Hello, I'm Joya ISD, Executive Director for School Leadership Network 1. I am here to share with you another professional learning opportunity. Today, you will see Ms. Vargas in her 5th grade Reading Language Arts class. You will see Ms. Vargas model and guide students through writing in response to reading. She emphasizes knowing what effective writing looks like by reviewing the rubric and modeling while analyzing a sample response through explicit instruction.
In our classroom, writing is a part of our daily routine because I want my students to see and experience what quality grade level writing looks and sounds like. When writing, I begin by modeling a clear and concise response to either a text or a short constructed response. Then I guide them step by step through the whole writing process. During this time, I provide immediate specific feedback so students know exactly what they are doing well and what they need to refine. I also teach them how to give meaningful peer feedback using clear criteria so they can support one another. All right, boys and girls, we just closed up our chapter. What was the title that we just read?
The American Homefront.
The American Homefront. So what did we learn about the American Homefront? What was this chapter about? Daniel?
The chapter was about like how everyone helps out.
Everyone helps out, as in who? Everyone is who?
Like citizens, like workers, everyone.
Very good. And what are they helping out with, Isaiah?
Like company, they're helping out to make bombs and more materials. Like Ford made F-24 bomber.
Very good. So normal people are helping out with making more materials. Because what war are we talking about? World War II. Very good. So we finished with our chapter, and now we're going to put all of our thoughts into writing. We're going to move on to our writing portion. So we need to remember, what strategy do we follow when we do our writing?
RACER.
RACER. Very good. And what does the R stand for over here?
It starts to restate.
Restate. What does the A stand for?
Answer.
Answer. The C?
Cite evidence.
Cite with evidence. Very good. And then we have our E?
Explain.
And what is the final R for, everybody? Sum it up. We close up our writing, we close it up with our thoughts, and we close up our writing. Very good. So that is a strategy that we follow. We need to keep in mind that there is a rubric that we follow. How many points can we get for a perfect writing? 2 points. So let's go ahead and open our writing folder where we have our actual rubric to follow. Remember, it is the one short constructed writing, which is the one we're going to work on today. And let's take a look at what we need. So in order to get our 2 full points for our writing, we need to have an accurate, complete, evidence-cited response. And we need to have it based on the text, which is what we are using our RACE strategy for. So yesterday we worked on one together. The question that we worked on was, what role did women play in the workforce during World War II? So we need to make sure that we answer with questions, with words from our question. We're going to restate. We remove any words that are not a statement. What is a statement? A sentence. So it's not a question. We're going to remove the question words and restate it. We're going to answer. And then what does cite mean? And where do we get our evidence from? The text. Our evidence has to match our response. We cannot just quote anything from the book. We need to make sure that our evidence is matching our response. Then we're going to work on our thoughts. That is where the E and the R come in. We're going to explain, why does this answer apply to this question? Why do you think it applies? And then for your final R, you sum it up. You close up your writing. This is why my response matches my answer. So that is what we're going to work on today. We're going to do 2 short constructed. We'll do one together, interactive practice, and then we'll work on our independent on your own. Are we ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look at our question, boys and girls. Read with me.
What significant manufacturing changes occurred in the United States during the war to contribute to the war effort?
Very good. So we've got some big vocabulary words in here. We have to make sure we understand the question before we can try to answer it. So we have the word significant. What does the word significant mean? You want to share with us?
The word significant means to make something important.
To make something important. What are we making important? The manufacturing. What is manufacturing? Go ahead.
To produce, like Ford, like how Ford makes trucks.
Very good. And what are they doing during this time, during the war effort?
They are making aircrafts like tanks.
Okay, very good. So they are contributing to the war. So this is the question we're going to discuss together. So I'm going to give you a minute, and I want you to collaborate with your group. What does this question mean to you? Ready to collaborate?
Ready to communicate.
Go. Very good. I love your collaborations. That is very good. We are going to go ahead and put our thoughts into words using our strategy RACER. So I'm going to go ahead and assign a part of the answer to each group. You're going to go ahead and write this down on your whiteboard. Collaborate with your group, come up with a part of the response, and then we're going to share with the class. So I'm going to go ahead and give this group over here the R and the A. You're going to do what with R and A? Very good. This group over here will get our C, and you are going to?
Cite with evidence.
Cite with evidence. We're going to do the E, explain, and then our last R, we're going to? Very good. So let's go ahead and put our thoughts together, come up with a response for each part of our question. Ready to collaborate? Ready. Go. Hands on top.
Everybody stop.
We're ready to go?
Yes.
Very good. All right, so I'm going to select some people to come share their responses with the class so we can make sure that we have every part of our strategy ready to go. So can we have, Lorraine, go ahead and come up and share. Your group had the restate and answer. We have our cite. We're going to have our evidence. And we have our restate and sum it up. All right, boys and girls, let me get out of your way here. And if the rest of us can take a look at our organizer to make sure we are answering every part of the question, please. Thank you, boys and girls. Go ahead and let's start sharing.
The manufacturing change occurred to the United States during the war, by shifting everyday materials to products for the war.
Okay, very good. So she actually used words from the question. She just took off the question words and made a restate, and then she answered her question. So how did they play a part in manufacturing? By shifting everyday material to products for the war. Restate and answer.
Page 55 states, in Michigan, the Ford Motor Company shifted from building cars to building B-24 Liberator bombers.
Okay, very good. Do we see the connection, boys and girls? We need to make sure that our evidence is supporting what she just said, her answer. She said they changed everyday items into war products. His evidence is saying Ford Motor Company changed from cars to building bombers. Do these two connect with each other? Yes, we need to make sure when we go into our text to find our evidence, it is matching our response. We can't just take any quote from the book and use it as, I got it from the book. We need to make sure that it goes with our answer. Very good, guys. We're going to go ahead and continue with our explain and our restate. Go ahead.
This shows how important production changes assisted the war effort.
Very good. So this, boys and girls, this is your thoughts. This is where she is explaining why that evidence matches this answer, matches the question. So they're all connected. Our responses are strategic. They have to go with, it's a flow. They match each other. She is explaining why she chose that evidence and that answer. Go ahead.
To sum it up, Ford changed their cars into material weapons, like tanks, and this helped to supply the soldiers with what they needed.
Okay, very good. She summed it up. It's a summary of what she just answered. So her question, her final part of the question sums up everything that we just answered. Companies had to change from everyday items into war materials to help the war. Let's go ahead and give them a big power clap for sharing, boys and girls. Thank you very much.
As you see, Ms. Vargas first shared a structured response to a question, ensuring that she not only answered the question, but provided direct evidence from the text to support and explain the response. Next, the students were given the opportunity to practice interactively by composing their own sample response.
Okay, we just completed our interactive practice where we worked together answering the question. We're going to move on to the next part of our lesson, which is our independent. We're going to continue with our writing practice, but we're going to work on this one on our own. Let's take a look at the question first. What is it that we need to answer? So read with me, please.
How did American civilians support the war effort at home?
Very good. So we have some important words here as well. Remember, we need to understand the question before we could even begin to answer it. So we have some important words here. Take a few minutes to talk to your group. What is important about these words? Is there any words you do not know? And collaborate, because we will be doing the writing independently. Ready to collaborate? Ready. Go. All right, very nice. I love to hear your collaborations. Remember, any words you do not understand, this is a time to share and collaborate. When we are working independently, if we come up with a word that we do not know, what do we do? Dictionary or context clues as well. Very good job. So we have options if there's words that you do not know. So read your sentences. We do have some vocabulary that comes up that we struggle with. So read your sentences before and after. Use a dictionary. Make sure you understand that question. We ready to go? You're going to have your writing rubric next to you in your green folder so you can follow and get your 2 points. You're going to have your organizer so you can check off every part of the question once you answer it. We are working on this independently. You have your little writing booklet that I gave you, and you are going to answer your question on the writing booklet. Can I borrow yours real quick? The book. So write your strategy and then follow your organizer. Hands on top.
Everybody stop.
We ready with our responses?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and have Danisa share her response, but we're going to follow along. We're going to get our graphic organizer. When you hear her restate, you mark it off. When you hear her answer, check it off, and we'll go down our list. Are we ready? Okay, great.
American civilians supported the war effort at home. They planted victory gardens and rationed food supplies. The text states the government also encouraged families to plant victory gardens to grow their own food. Victory gardens saved resources and supported the war effort. This shows how civilians supported the war effort. To sum it up, American civilians helped the military troops receive all of the war materials that they needed to continue fighting.
Very good. Let's give her a power clap for sharing, boys and girls. Great job. Did we hear all parts of the question answered?
Yes.
Very good. Does anybody have any feedback they would like to share? Go ahead.
I know she could have mentioned page 59, because page 59 states that they planted victory gardens.
Very good. So she can add the page number instead of just the text states. Very good job.
In this time, students compose their answer with one another, building language to support their writing through academic language and discourse. Then they read and reviewed their responses, ensuring they checked their writing against the framework and the rubric provided. All of this was grounded in ensuring students knew what would elevate their writing while in alignment with the expectations set.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing. We got our response, we got some feedback, and we checked off all parts of our questions. So let's take a quick look at our rubric, boys and girls, to make sure. How many points are we aiming for? 2 points. So in our rubric, for a short constructed, in order to get 2 points, she needs an accurate, complete evidence-cited response and evidence based on the text. Did she have her evidence from the text?
Yes.
Yes, very good. We even had to add our page number on there. Did her answer match the question that we were answering?
Yes.
Yes. So she would end up with a total of how many points? 2 points. Very good. So we did practice on 2 different writing questions. We're going to go ahead and close up our lesson for now. We are ending our chapter. What was the title of our chapter? The American Home Front. And what did we learn about in this chapter? Very good. How civilians helped at home during the war. We answered 2 questions, and we need to make sure that we are using our strategy in order to break down our question and get all parts, which is our main goal. We put our thoughts into writing, and we answer every part of our organizer. So great job for today. We're going to go ahead and move on to our demonstration of learning so we can see how you've done for the day. Let's open our Chromebooks, and here is the code that we need to end our lesson. Great job, boys and girls. Once students have been explicitly taught and supported their transition, to independent practice, applying the same structures and expectations to a new prompt. Writing in response to reading is important because it helps students show what they know, explain their thinking, and share clear ideas. Providing a framework for writing builds confidence and directly impacts success across all subjects. When students can explain their thinking through writing, mastery increases, and that is our ultimate goal.
What we see in the classroom with Ms. Vargas is more than a writing activity. It is a deliberate, explicit approach to strengthening students' comprehension and their ability to communicate their thinking with clarity and precision. By first clarifying what strong writing looks like through the rubric and exemplar, she removes any misconceptions. Explicit writing instruction like this deepens comprehension because students must return to the text, analyze it closely, and justify their ideas with evidence. Over time, this consistent structure builds independence and the capacity to produce thoughtful, well-developed responses.